Hello my friends on YouTube. Today's video is a little bit not so inspiring, but it's a reality and we have to talk about it. I actually, in a way, suspended talking about Islam now. There are many people who are exposing Islam, so anyway, that's beside the point now. I'd like to speak about things that it's connected with Islam and what are the consequences, because as you know, I come from that region and I know more probably than people from the West, or particularly America. So I need to give my opinion and you can do whatever you want with it. In the beginning, I'd like to thank a person, goes by name Daylight. I don't know if it's a man or a woman, who sent me a link about a Soviet agent who defected to the United States, and I'm going to put his description in the box, and it's a very informative video, and he has few videos. You can go and look at his videos and his advice of how the former Soviet Union was trying to destroy America. And even though the Soviet Union collapsed, the agenda is in the communist idea, and it is worse now because China is working in a different way. They perfected the way of how to deal with democratic countries, so they are more keen and they're more crafty. I thank this person very much for that video. I never heard of this man before. Because that video is a little bit difficult, I'm going to start it with a joke, but it has a significant, not just a joke to be jokers. I don't like that, but it makes a point. One of the fundamentalist Christian, you know, that they believe, I mean, you can believe anything you want, but the fact remains that we have certain responsibility in life, and unless we fulfill our responsibility, we could be in trouble. Okay, so this fundamentalist person, there was a lot of rain and flood like what's going on in China now. So a small boat or canoe came and told the guy, hop in, get in, and we go to a safer place. And the guy goes, no way, Jesus is coming to save me. The water kept rising, and then another like a ship came and said, get in quickly before you drown, get on board, let's take you out of here, go to a safer place. He goes, no, Jesus is coming to save me. Sometime later, a helicopter comes and up a ladder. The water almost is to his lips. Get in, climb on, take a hold of the ladder, and we'll take you to a safer place. And he answers, no, Jesus is coming to save me. A few minutes later, the water covered his head. He drowned, he died. He go to the next world. He goes to Jesus, Jesus, why didn't you save me? I was waiting for you. Jesus replied, I send you 2 boats and a helicopter, and you didn't want to come. You didn't want to get on board. So in a way, if you insist to stay in a state of ignorance, in a way, or oblivious, hey, don't blame anyone or Jesus or anyone else or Moses or Buddha. Okay, that was your choice. Okay, and today we have a choice to make, and that's why I'm coming to you starting with this joke, because everything we say and do, has a consequence. So I'm leaving Islam aside. It's not like I suddenly like what Islam is doing, no, but there are priorities now. And for example, if I continue talking about Islam, and there is a huge danger coming, which is communism, that it infiltrated America and Europe and practically brainwashed the young people starting from elementary school now all the way up to college. And you have college professors who are practically communist, and they say it openly. Okay, and these, whether they are in elementary school whether they are elementary school teacher or college professors, they are both influenced by the ideology of communism, and they apply it. And many of our young people are influenced by these ideas, and they think socialism is a good thing, Islamic teaching is a good thing, and they are living in a way in a la la land. So what would happen, even if many people start exposing Islam and Islam is destroyed, but communism wins? If communism wins, we will all be destroyed, especially those who love their freedom, those who value their freedom. We will be all under attack, and it will be a war, and we don't know the outcome of that war, because China by itself, and don't tell me because the Soviet Union have collapsed, there are no sympathetic people to the cause of communism in the Eastern Bloc. They are here in the West now, they are there too. So all these people, if they join forces, they want control. Okay? They want control, and they will control us. They will take away our freedom. However, if we focus on Islam and Islam collapses, and then you have that totalitarian communist people, and they say, okay, there is no Islam or Christianity or Buddhism, Jewish religion, nothing. Now we're communists, and we tell you what to believe, what to do. Okay? So in a way, you don't have to worry about Islam at this moment. But the primary enemy now is really not the Chinese people. I have nothing against the Chinese people, and I don't have anything against the Muslims, because 95% of the Muslims are deceived by the ideology of Islam. Yes, they have a responsibility to examine, but the problem is they don't. They really don't. And they believe that Islam is like all religion, it's even better, and it's holy and everything. These are the masses. They are ignorant. They really are. Okay? So if your neighbor is a Muslim, he is really trying to, if he's not a terrorist, if he's not a militant Muslim, he's really trying to be a good person. And the same with the Chinese people or the Russian people when Russia was communist. Only few. It's about 5% or even less who influence and move the masses. Right? So if we succeed, and I actually have a gut feeling, yes, there will be a price, and the title of this video is difficult because I called it How to Accept the Violence That Is to Come. We have to expect violence either way. Okay, now America, especially America, is so divided. Many people really, they want freedom, and they don't want that communist ideology, especially those who fought in totalitarian countries, whether Vietnam War, the veterans of Vietnam War, not so many of them now, or those who those who fought in Afghanistan or Iraq. They have seen the difference, and these people, they do not want their country to go to that level of dictatorship. No one wants to see that. So these people, they are military people, most of them, and they are well trained, if we may add, and they have experience. They will not allow that to happen. And on the other hand, you have the militant communist, and the militant Muslim will join them, and they will agitate the rest of the Muslim, the 95% who are peaceful, as they manipulate the college students in the universities, to push them in the front line, to shed their blood, to destroy their life for the sake of the cause. And everything is allowed at this moment, because the end justifies the mean. So whatever you do, as long as you are aiming for that goal, it doesn't matter. 10 million people die, 100 million people die, it doesn't matter. It makes no difference. And Islam is the same. You go and fight, and you accept loss. That's part of the deal. Okay? So freedom-loving people, they can see that, and they are prepared. Prepared not to engage in street fight, fist fight. No. These people know how to use firearms. And I suggest, for those who live, whether it's in Switzerland or here in America, I don't know of many countries still allow citizens to carry arms. Because once you have that power, you can tell the government what to do. And despite of that, we can see, because of coronavirus, the government is trying so hard now to control the mind of people, whether it is herding them, oh, you must put a mask, you must do that, you must have 6 feet space. Trying to now get into people's life so much. They want people to follow, obey and follow, and that is very much used in Islamic system, Islamic countries and communist countries. And therefore, I really, once again, I emphasize watching this video and share it. People have to know, because this man, he is also talking from his own experience. He was sent by the Soviet Union to destroy America practically, and they have a plan. The Chinese also have the Chinese Communist Party has a plan, and it doesn't matter how much it takes and how long it takes. They are following with that, and they want be these 5%, the ruler of the world, and everybody else under their dominion. Do whatever they say. Now, I would like to speak about Al Capone. And somebody may ask, what does have Al Capone to do with anything here? Yeah, it has a lot, because if you know how government work and how the deep state work, you will come to understand that sometimes many good people are used to fulfill certain purpose. Al Capone, when he appeared on the stage, it was because of the Rockefeller. The Rockefeller made Al Capone. How? You can Google that, by the way. Henry Ford, when he wanted to mass produce the Ford car. He had in mind hitting two birds with one stone. He wanted the engine to run on ethanol. So his idea was to have the farmers produce a lot of corn so they can sell this corn and make money, and this corn can be converted to alcohol, ethanol, to run the cars. Meanwhile, the Rockefeller have invested heavily in finding oil all over the world, and they invested heavily in refineries to produce gasoline and diesel. And here Henry Ford is trying to use alcohol for the engine. What would the Rockefeller do with their investment? This money that it was spent to find oil, this money that it was spent to build a refinery, it will be lost. And not only that, they cannot sell alcohol because that will be in the hands of the farmers. It's totally two different games. What they do, the Rockefellers, sacrifice a couple of $1,000s or a couple of $1 million, and they had a campaign to invite church leaders. All right? Church leaders, Christian ministers. Alcohol destroys the family. Alcohol causes divorce. Alcohol causes violence. And they had a list how evil. Of course, I'm not encouraging people to get drunk and do stupid things, but that was not their intention, the family, and that was the facade, the picture they put, the family. So Christian ministers, of course, they are concerned with the family. They started to spread the word. We don't want alcohol. There is a campaign against alcohol. So all alcohol production, whether it is ethanol or all alcohol, drinking alcohol, whiskey, cognac, whatever that is, okay, all have been suspended. No more alcohol. So when Henry Ford finally thought, okay, it's a long battle, forget it, I'm going to make an engine that it runs on gasoline. Once he made the engine runs on gasoline, all that story about alcohol was put aside and bars open again. Right? Meanwhile, Al Capone at this time, when he knew, he didn't know how long it will last, but he knew that there's a war on alcohol. There is no alcohol in the market. So he started to produce alcohol himself. And he used to sell it, I don't know how much, maybe 10, 20 times of the original price. I'm telling you this story because oftentimes politicians and the deep state use good people like Christian ministers to do evil agenda by putting a righteous cause in front of them, deceiving them in a way. And today we are in a big confusion, not just in America, all over the world. And there are many voices, everybody trying to say his voice is the best and my idea is the best, Islam is the best, Islam would save humanity, Islam is the answer to all the problem. And they cannot, this literally a slogan they used to use in 2011 when they tried to take all of the Islamic country and make it caliphate once again. Islam is the answer. And they cannot answer their own problem. And they want to control the world because Islam is the answer. Alright. So I'm giving that because as an introduction really to what is to come. There is a lot of similarity in the Islamic tactic, and once again when I say Islamic I mean the ideology, not the Muslim. And when I say communist I don't mean the Chinese people or the Eastern European, I mean the ideology, Marxist ideology. And there is a lot of difference. Both of them want control by force. Of course, we all have that nature that we want to control, okay? But it starts with oneself. If you can control yourself, then you actually have automatic control in your family. But if you are out of control yourself and then you want to control other nations, this is the dictatorship by force, okay? So the Muslim don't mind to, and the communists, they don't mind to join forces now to destroy democracy, because this is the number one enemy. Later on they can start to kill each other, okay? And with Muslim, the Sunni start kill the Shia and the Shia kill the Muslim. It doesn't matter. But now they can join forces, to work with the gay community, to work with the feminist, to work with all those whom they hate their guts, okay? Later on, if they take over, the first to be murdered, those who have helped them, especially the homosexual. You don't know how much Muslim they would love. I mean, they are graphic on what they do with homosexual. Not just they throw them from the top of the highest building. No, worse. Okay? The feminists are the first to be raped and murdered. Why? Because they are vocal and they just want to be heard. And to a Muslim, a woman is half of the man. A woman not to be heard or seen. So you want to come and tell me what to do, and you want to push your agenda on me? No, let me rape you first and kill you, so nobody will see or hear from you again. That's not intimidation. That's, I'm telling you what will happen if these idiots who are working with the Muslims, whether it's homosexual or feminist, that is your future. See it, learn it, deal with it. Now, why I anticipate violence? I mean, it's not really the best thing to speak about, but reality is reality. There is fact that we are dealing with, and the violence already started, whether we like it or not. Okay? And it really has nothing to do with the murder of George Floyd. That was a tragedy, and that policeman was really an evil person, but there's evil black people, evil white people, evil yellow people, evil Egyptian people, evil everybody. Okay? That has nothing to do with the skin color. This is just a chance for the communists to start apply their agenda, and the Muslim also can start to apply their agenda. And if we remember in 2011, when the Arab Spring started, reality is all the people in North Africa and in the Middle East region All that they wanted, really, they wanted freedom. People, no, even animals love freedom. They love to be free. Nobody wanted to be restricted. Okay? They were looking for freedom. What happened? The Muslim Brotherhood jumped on the wagon and they took over. So in Egypt, you have the Mohammed Morsi. Well, he died now. He became the president, and Egypt, thank God, he was pushed aside by the military. That was something very good that it happened to Egypt, even though I don't support military government. But at this moment, it is better than this. How do you say? It's a disease, that Islamic disease, that it's worse than Corona. And what happened is Muslim Brotherhood jump in each country were seeking freedom and had a revolution against the dictator, the current dictator. So in Yemen, see how much bloodshed and starvation going on now, because Muslim Brotherhood took over that revolution. Syria, same thing. Libya, and it could have happened in Egypt if there was no tough government. They want chaos so that they can introduce their agenda that Islam is the answer. The same thing with communism. Communism is the answer to young people now, those who have been influenced by stupid ideology coming, Marxism, that ideology that it came now infiltrating the West, that if you ask any young person in college, they think socialism is wonderful. They didn't see, they don't know, and they are just following what their teacher told them. Their teachers were the students who were influenced by the Soviet back then. Now they became of age, they graduated, they became professors, and they are trained under Marxism. So you have two factions now, especially in America. Freedom-loving people, those who want to be free and they want limited government. As America was established, they want the dictatorship that they escaped of in Europe. They wanted to come to America to establish a new system, limited government, and the people are the sovereign people to tell the government what to do. That was the original establishment of America. But communism managed to infiltrate, and the system now is so fragile that either way, whether Donald Trump is elected or Joe Biden is elected, there will be a clash, and there will be bloodshed. I am sorry to bring this reality to you, but it is what it is, and therefore my advice to you is to do something now. Prepare yourself. Prepare for that impact to come. Especially women. Prepare yourself to fight. Learn how to use guns. Learn how to shoot. Learn how to aim well and hit the target. If you know martial art, that's a plus, but martial art will not save you when this happens. Okay? A person like this is not coming at you. We see it now on the news. He will not be coming with a knife or a stick. He might be coming with the knife, but you have to have greater power to meet him. can people get hurt? Many people will. I'm sorry to say that, but it is a reality, and let's deal with the reality accordingly. um, I think that's all. We appreciate your attention, and we like to hear from you. Have a good day.